I just recorded a 10-minute video, but I felt like it was a bit too long-winded. So I stopped it. And I want to try to get it a little bit shorter. I don't know that I will, but, I'm going to get right to the point. Because I spent, the first, 5 minutes loving on Skittles. Kittle, kittle. It's a kitty cat. You've all seen him. And if you haven't, he's made many appearances in the videos. But I want to talk about food addiction and that relationship to the gym. Keep in mind, I just spent 10 minutes talking to the camera and I was like, dude, there was 7 minutes before you got to the point. So here I am, getting to the point. Within the first minute or two. Look, you all see, and I've done videos, I take copious amounts of supplements. You wanna know why that is? Because I spent many years of my life being over 600 pounds and completely fucked up my metabolism. That's why. I got a comment on a video from someone who will remain unnamed. It was on my video about my buddy Dan who passed away. And I won't get to why I was eating in that video, but I was sharing a healthy meal. Tuna salad with some pasta. Maybe I shouldn't have been eating in the video, but kind of, to be honest with you, I've lost 3 really close friends in 2025, and we ain't even halfway through. So I'm kind of getting a little bit desensitized. By the way, up in that bag, it's all my shaker bottles for the gym. It's just easier for me to remember bringing one when I have to walk past my bedroom door to get out of the room. Kiddo. What are you doing? You're sitting on my dresser. What are you doing? Show the world, not the world, because I don't have that big of an audience, but show them all your cute face for those who haven't seen you. He is just sitting up there ignoring me. It's okay. You know why I have to take multivitamins every day? Why I have to take vitamin C to help the collagen absorb in my skin every day? And why I take fucking this, by the way, review coming up soon, Hydroxycut. I know a lot of people are afraid of that because they've been sued many times, but it works. There'll be a review coming up when I'm done with this bottle, but it's going to be about a month. But I've taken it before. Which, by the way, if y'all are interested in Hydroxycut, let me tell you the one ingredient in here that you all should be looking for. There's forskolin in here. I know it sounds like foreskin, but yohimbe extract, not yohimbe bark. Yohimbe extract. Different because it's an extract of it, but a lot of companies will put yohimbe in their products, and it's yohimbe extract that you're looking for. For food addiction, okay. This video is kind of sort of about food addiction and about going to the gym. A lot of people don't realize that food addiction is a thing. When you look at addiction, you think of drugs or alcohol or sex, things like that. You don't really think about. You don't really think about food. And there's a reason for that. It's because food is something you have to have. So it's normalized because food is an everyday thing. And for a lot of people, alcohol, drugs, they're all everyday things. But food hits different in the fact that you can't survive without it. Can you survive without alcohol? Yes. Can you survive without fucking cocaine, heroin, meth, fentanyl? Yeah. But try not eating for a month and see how well you do. That's the difference. So, when people are overweight or obese, it's kind of looked at a little bit differently because you look at food as something you have to eat, right? You have to, and even nicotine's an addiction. And I'm going to take part in it right now. Money can be an addiction. Working can be an addiction. I don't know, anything can be. But food is something different because you have to have it. So, whether or not you have a slice of pizza or a salad, it's looked at as something normalized. I kind of take the controversial opinion that it shouldn't be normalized. Not that you should treat anyone who's a food addict any different, but addiction is dangerous no matter which way you slice it. And this is kind of a hard video to make because, you know, my mom, I hate to put personal information out there, and I've been pretty good at not putting personal information out there, but in this video I will. My mom was a cocaine addict. And one of the things she always told me, and I got mad at her for telling me, was once you're an addict, you always are. And I would get mad at her for telling me. But now I understand. Now I have the mind frame to understand what she was talking about. You know, one of my neighbors ordered pizza tonight, and she was like, "Do you want any?" And I took 2 pieces. But this is coming from someone that would generally order 2 large pies and a 2-liter, and it would be gone by the end of the night. And I realized today that when my neighbor said that, I was like, "Hey, man, you know, I went and got it for you. You mind if I have 2 pieces of chicken and 2 slices of pizza?" And she goes like, "Oh, no, you always do this for me. It's fine. Go ahead." And so I ate it. It was about 800 calories. Which fit into my calories for the day. But when I got back home, I thought, what am I going to make for dinner? I didn't make anything because I realized I wasn't hungry. I just wanted food. I just wanted food. I wasn't hungry. I'm still not hungry. And this is hours later. This is like 4 hours later. And when I'm done with this video, I'm going to go to bed on a full stomach from 2 pieces of pizza and 2 like chicken nugget type things from Domino's. They were both from Domino's. And I'm going to go to bed satiated, not hungry. But when I got back into the apartment, I realized something. It wasn't that I was hungry. I had just eaten, and I was like, how can I feel that dopamine addiction again? Like, it's a dopamine hit when you have food. Just like it's a dopamine hit when you have drugs. And I realized what my mom was saying. Once you're an addict, you're always going to be. You're always going to want, right? So that's the first thing I think that everybody needs to realize. The second thing is when you decide to change that, like, and I've noticed myself, again, since I've gone back to the diet I was on before, but doing it in a healthier way. I don't have that want to eat a whole pizza anymore. What I want is to be at the gym. What I want is a salad. And that may contradict what I said just a few seconds ago, but let me explain it. I knew today when I was eating those 2 pieces of pizza, I calculated the calories. I looked up on Domino's.com what the calories were, and I understand that fast food and restaurants even have a 20% rule that they have to follow. So it may not have been the 800 calories. It could have been closer to 1,000. It could have been 600, probably closer to 1,000 for everything. But that was still within my calories. But one thing I realized is this. A couple of years ago, I would have eaten the whole pizza. All of it. Both of them. If I had to. And now I realize, like, and even when I logged onto Facebook after that, somebody posted a picture of the pizza. Let me see if I can find the post. It was up for a second. Here it is. Hold on. Someone posted a picture and says, "Is this cheating or is it okay once in a while?" And my response was, "It's okay. No food is bad." I got to over 600 pounds, and I'm now 380, and I still have work to do. But I have learned that food isn't bad. Our behaviors are. And somebody said 100% true. It was the author of the post. You have to understand that when you overcome an addiction, whether it be food, alcohol, sex, drugs, nicotine, any of it, it's a day-by-day thing. You're gonna fail sometimes, maybe you don't, and more power to you that don't. Like tonight I failed. But did I? Because I calculated it. It was in my calories. But I understand that I toted a line today when I ate those 2 pieces of pizza. I understood that it's not good for me. And this is with any addiction. But what you have to realize is that you can and you will beat it. This is something that it's an everyday fight, especially for food addicts, because do you have to take fentanyl to live? No. Do you have to drink alcohol to live? No. Do you have to have sex to live? No. Do you have to take part in nicotine to live? No. But you have to eat. So if you ask me, people that overcome food addiction, we're the strongest of them because, for one reason, we have to understand how to navigate the world and how to deal with life and the thing that we have to take part in every day. Every day. I don't normally make long-winded videos. I try to keep my videos 5-6 minutes at most. But it laid on my heart to make this video. Look. Also, for those of you that are part of the Health at Every Size movement, I want to show you something. This was caused by my obesity. There you go. There's a foot with 4 toes. And there you go. There's a foot. I wrapped that one because it was hurting, and I'm doing the preventative measures to take care of another issue so I don't have an amputation. But there's a missing toe on this side and half of one on this side. And it was due to issues that could have been prevented if I had taken myself and my health seriously. But you know what? My doctor told me during one of my amputations, I'm glad you took my advice, because if you didn't, this would have killed you. I would be dead. You wouldn't be watching this video right now because I would be fucking dead. Gone off the face of this planet. And I'm not a big channel, so not many of you would have known, and less of you probably would have cared. But health is a real thing. Every second that you are regretting being at the gym, I just want you to think of one thing. If you decide to join the gym, maybe you go on runs, maybe you do whatever you can do outside of the gym. I choose to be part of a gym because I need a support system, and I need the people to be around me to, and which happens at gyms, by the way. I've had 3 times in the last week, actually, somebody tell me, hey man, you know, I see you're back at it. Great job. You're killing it. Actually, 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. You know what that means? It means that people that I love and respect, that are doing the same thing as me, see that this isn't like last time. Before I saw the gym as a chore, you know what I see the gym as now? Family. Have there been people that have looked at me and like, what's this fat ass doing here? Yeah. And there's been people that have seen me walking down the street doing it, and people that have seen me in all aspects of life judging me because I'm a big guy. I'm lean everywhere but my fat ass stomach. And I'm being honest with you. And that's something that I'm working on. But there have been times where, like, I've been working out and people are like, dude, you're starting to get vascular. Like, I see the veins popping. And you can't see it because it's not well defined enough. But I can. But who gives a fuck what people think? Who cares, man? Who the fuck gives a fuck about anything that someone that you don't know or don't care about thinks of you? But the people that you do know, the people that see that you're putting in the work, they care. They care. And you care. You want to know why I know you care? Because if you didn't, you wouldn't be watching this video. Because I'm going to title, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but it's going to be something that is going to have to be searched for, or you're going to have to be a subscriber of mine. And I'm not trying to offend anyone in this video. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. you know. Um, but the ultimate thing I want you to realize is that, you know, like I said, I don't know if it was in the video that I was recording or now, but my mom used to be a cocaine addict when I was a kid. And she told me, you know, there you go. Skittles jumped on the bed. Skittles. There you go. My mom told me that once you're an addict, you're always an addict. And I got mad at her. But I realized it now. I realized it with the 2 pieces of pizza that I ate earlier. I wanted that whole pizza. But I also understood that I can't have it. Or not can't. Because I could have had it. And it's not, you shouldn't use restrictive language. But I shouldn't have it. And I knew I shouldn't. And I didn't. I really wanted that whole pizza. And I could have had way more if my neighbor had, you know, and I picked it up for her. I could have had way more, and I know she would have given it to me. But I hate my addiction. You know what I love? Tomorrow morning, probably about 10 a.m., I'm going to go over to the gym. I'm going to hit weights first. Because, you know, gains and stuff. I do have some gains. I got some muscle. There's a little bit of flab there. But, like, people don't realize it. I'm a big dude. I got some muscle. But also, understand that maybe I'm not like everybody else. I'm not, actually. Because I have a food addiction problem. I love food, man. Do I want, like, do I have food? And after I ate those 2 pieces of pizza, I was full. Well, and 2 chicken nuggets, sorry. Not chicken nuggets, but whatever the little thing that comes in a box from Domino's is. They're like little chicken pieces. I don't know if they call them nuggets or whatever, but I had 2 of those. Or 3 of those, sorry. And 2 pieces of pizza. It was about 800 calories. And when I came back to my apartment, I was like, I'm hungry. What am I going to make? I have things I can make. I keep healthier foods in my apartment. So, like, pasta, which people are like, oh, avoid carbs. Carbs aren't bad. Your behaviors are bad. My behaviors are bad. I could have made more food. In my case, it would have been something that's a go-to food of mine, which is tuna pasta salad. Love it, tuna pasta salad. Cut up some red onions, you know, some tomatoes, some broccoli even. You know, some green onions, some, you know, I throw some veggies in there. And if you want to add some chicken, that's good. And I have that. That's some chicken tenderloins. When you make tuna pasta salad and you put some chicken tenderloins and some light mayo in there, chef's kiss. It's good. But when I came home and I was like, what am I going to make for dinner? I started to get it ready, and then I was thinking, bro, you just ate 800 calories of food. Take some HMB, take some Garcinia cambogia, which is a natural appetite suppressant. Tell the world and anyone that'll see this video about it, have a protein shake, and go to bed. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my nighttime supplements, which is Garcinia, which is an appetite suppressant, some HMB, which helps prevent your body from going catabolic, some Terkesterone, which is an ecdie steroid, probably some fish oils, not the CLA. CLA is for the morning time. And I'm going to go to bed. I've already taken my hydroxy cut for the night, which, by the way, like I said, I don't know if I told you guys, but Yohimbe, I think I did tell you in this video, Yohimbe, this has it. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to the next bottle, and then I'm gonna get Yohimbe by itself. That's another thing I've learned. When you buy your supplements, most companies underdose them. So learn the clinical doses for your supplements. Get them separately. Take the clinical doses. But to those of you who struggle with food addiction, it's a real addiction. Don't be scared of the word addiction, because we're all human beings. We can all fall victim to one. The important thing is to realize that you fell victim to it and figure out what you can do to defeat it. Whether that is changing one meal a day, or going on a mile run, or join a gym. And I know people crap on Planet Fitness, and I have my complaints about it. I'm a member at a different gym also. I'm not going to name, but that's my more serious gym. Planet Fitness is more of my weekend, like, bring your friends who aren't really gym goers there and try to get them involved in it. But join a gym. Don't be afraid of it. There's some bad people there, yes. But there are many good people. You know how many times, just today, I saw people that go to my gym and I was like, hey man, I just weighed myself for the first time in 2 weeks. I'm down another 5 pounds. You know what they said? I'm proud of you. Good job. Great. Keep it going. Hey man, you're doing great. I've had 4 people in the last couple weeks say, hey man, I see you here every day. You're killing it. You're working out hard. You're doing the thing. And it wasn't just guys, by the way. It was one female also. To get those kind of comments from people that you know, and I've known all of them for years, and I respect all of them, and to get those comments from them, it means a lot, because you're like, I wonder, what else I can do. Like, and these are people that are extremely fit that are telling me. And like, my fat ass is sitting here wondering, like, bro, like, you're taking all these supplements. Like, how much of it is really your work? But these supplements they won't work without you putting in the work. Like, yohimbine isn't going to do anything. L-carnitine requires, like this right here. Like, it's a supplement that helps move fat cells into the mitochondria to be burned, but it can't do it without an elevated heart rate, or at least not efficiently. I think it does it to some degree, but it does it more efficiently when you have an elevated heart rate. Like, citrulline helps with soreness, and beta-alanine is for sets that are, over a minute, right? And HMB prevents muscle breakdown, but yohimbine even requires exercise to do its job. So these supplements will help you, but they're not going to do it for you. I know it's been a long-winded video, and I'm going to end the video. But one thing I want to say is that there is no cheat code to getting in better shape, except for exercise. Watch your food intake. People say calories in, calories out. And that, to a degree, that's true. But it's also macros in, macros out. You can have, whatever amount of calories is your total daily energy expenditure, full of McDonald's and other greasy foods, like things that are not good for you. And you can lose weight on those. But the more important thing that I realized is macros in, macros out, which means things like protein, carbs, and carbs are not the enemy that people think they are. If you're going to work out, you need carbs. If you're going to go to the gym and lift heavy weights, you need carbs. Because that is literally the first thing that your body will use as energy. Next thing it uses is muscle. So when your glycogen storages are empty, it moves to muscle. You want to use glycogen as your energy source. You don't want to use muscle, because if you're like me and you're trying to gain muscle and put on more muscle, which, by the way, will help you, because if you put on more muscle, your body naturally burns more calories, because it's more calorie expensive. And I say that because if you look at calories like you look at your bank account, you want to spend less in your bank account, and you want to consume less in your calorie bank account. But, when you have more muscle, your body naturally burns more. So that means that you're going to be able to be more fit by doing less work eventually. But you shouldn't do less work. But you know what I'm saying? You're naturally going to burn more calories than you would without like when you put on more muscle, your body is naturally going to have more of a total daily energy expenditure. So you're going to burn more calories at rest. It's going to be easier to stay fit if you burn more, if you have more muscle. I by no means am like some fitness YouTuber. I'm not. I'm an everyday person. But I'm just telling you now what's different than last time y'all saw me drop a ton of weight. I've learned some things since then. I've also learned to face my food addiction. I've also learned to look at it. When I look at it, I think of the song The Red by Chevelle. I'm seeing red. It's not a good thing for my enemies when I see red. Unhealthy lifestyle. You